Hi everyone, happy Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whichever day of the week you're seeing this. Thank you so much for joining me again today and welcome back to Sheri Proof. My name is Sheri and I hope that you will enjoy today's content and the content that is on my channel. So I have been talking to you guys for a while now and I have also been promising this video. So today we finally start the mask series. And if you have seen my 3-part series of my most used 2020 skincare products, if you haven't, you definitely should. I will definitely leave them linked down below. I completely excluded the best mask section because for me 2020 was all about the masks in terms of the facial masks that I'm putting onto my skin. I have so many that I love. It was difficult to choose and I have different types of masks. So I decided I'm going to do a couple of videos. Hopefully this might just be 2 videos, hopefully, where I could just share with you guys the masks that I've been using and why I've been using them and for what purposes and so on. So I'm trying to split these into categories. Let's see how it goes. But I mean, first of all, the thing about it is, why is masking so important to me? Now, when it comes to a skincare routine, your mask may not be a part of what is called a basic skincare routine. It's like an extension. And for me personally, I have been accustomed to doing facial mask at home for years. For me, that mask was really, really important to maintain my skin between facials. Besides doing my regular skincare routine and all of that, it would be like, you know, I used to go for facial like every month, every 30 days religiously, because my acne was that bad and I really, really needed the help with professional extractions and all of that. But yeah, that like really helped the build up and so on in my pores. So I would always do a mask once or twice a week. A couple of years ago, it could be about 3 or 4 years ago, time going so fast, like I even recall right now. So I'm a part of this group on Facebook called the Beauty Chat Room, and we had a 30-day mask challenge. And personally, that totally changed my mask life, totally. So the thing about it is, while I actually used to mask very, very regularly, what we decided to do was do a mask 1 a day for 30 days, like straight. And I did that, and that completely changed my life and my skin. I saw such a huge difference in my skin just from doing that. And since then to now, I mask almost every night, almost. Sometimes I do it like in a week, I'll do it every night, and then sometimes I may do it like 5 nights for the week. It just depends on my schedule and the amount of time that I have. I'm not skipping my skincare routine at all, so this is the add-on. And for me, it has been really, really important because it has helped the hydration of my skin. I find that my skin just looks more refined. The texture has helped the texture a lot, the bounciness and the plumpness of my skin. Masking also helps encourage circulation in the skin, and for me it's a big part of my self-care, and self-care is something that I love to encourage people to do, especially women. You know, to just take that extra time, and doing a mask actually kind of forces you to do that. And that is what you know, that was one of the things that I used to do, especially because, I still do, I should say, because my life is so extremely busy. Like almost every single thing has to be scheduled, so for me it was just part of the time that I take for myself, just to slow down, just to wind down as well. So there were so many benefits for me for masking, and it's one of the things that I actually want to recommend to you guys. So if it is you know, you've covered your basics in your skincare routine, you probably upped it in terms of your serums and so on, you're looking to just take your skin to the next level in terms of adding something onto your skincare routine, a mask is a really lovely way to do that. Now, some of you might be balling like 30 days of mask, like masking every night. You don't need to do that. Doing a mask literally 1 to 2 times a week is enough for most people. For those who are excessive like I am, we might want to do it like every night. Like I said, that's not necessary, but really just doing doing it 1 to 2 times per week is really going to be helpful. Now, the reason why I can do a mask every night of the week, or like every night literally, is because I know how to rotate my masks. The same way I have a plan in terms of how I rotate my actives, I have a plan for rotating my masks. So different types of masks. A lot of us may know about some of like the more the deep clean masks, like the clay masks and so on, that may suck everything out. Some of them may be too drying. I will never do that 7 nights of the week or every day. No. I will actually do a clay mask once or twice a week. Like I used to do it twice a week. Now I do it once, sometimes not even at all. But most of my masks will be masks that will be hydrating or putting back stuff into my skin, and I leave like the mask to deep clean and to exfoliate. Those would be the ones that I will do less frequently. But the hydration and the plumping and the brightening and all that, that's my jam when it comes to masks. And like I said, 2020 for me was a year of masks. Really, because in skincare, because a lot of us were home because of COVID, COVID. A lot of us were home, but because of that, some of us like took the opportunity to bump up our self-care routine, and masking became a part of that. And I got to experiment a lot more when it comes to masks. So generally, I would mask at nighttime, but I was also able to sometimes mask at daytime. So sometimes I may have a work meeting and so on, and I have a mask on my face. Yeah, but that's a long story. So today I am going to show you guys my exfoliating masks, and I decided to start the series doing this because this is not the type of mask that you hear about regularly. I mean, people use them in between, but you usually hear about the other types more, but these have become so important. Now, if you did look at the series that I mentioned in terms of my 2020 most used, I also excluded the exfoliating section of that video because I told you that I actually do a lot of my exfoliation via masks. While I do use toners like my glycolic acid toners and so on, actually do it through masks. And sometimes the good thing about that is that I'm able to get my acid into my skincare routine, and sometimes I don't need to include it at another time, so I can include other things. So that's just a little tip just in case. So I have a couple here, and I think I have something for almost everybody, so just bear with me as we do this. Okay, so that was like the longest introduction ever. All right, so the first one is the one that I really wanted to share with you guys a while now. And this is my response to the Ordinary AHA 30% peeling solution that is super popular, the one that's, you know, the red juice that we talk about. It's everywhere. I did include that one in my top 5 products from the Ordinary, and I did for good reason. It is an excellent peel if you know what you're doing, please, because it's not for everybody. It's a very strong peel for people who are experienced acid users who know what they're doing. It is really going to get rid of, you know, that top layer of skin and really help with hyperpigmentation, help to exfoliate, you know, get some BHAs down into the pores and all of that. But a lot of people have also damaged their skin with that because they don't know how to use it. It's probably not for them. They've overused it. They left it on for too long, and they probably did that after they exfoliated their skin and all kinds of drama. Please don't do that. Okay, now I was actually searching for an alternative, and I came across this brand called Bffect, and this is what it looks like. This is the AHA 30% plus, not BHA, but mandelic acid 4%, and that caught my attention because I am all about mandelic acid now. Like, for a long time, I had just left mandelic acid on the back burner, and I just thought, okay, I'll just recommend that to sensitive skin. I've used that and all that. I've tried it, yeah. But the longer mandelic acid has been in my skincare routine, the more I love it. I love how gentle it is, but it is still so effective. So this particular one is going to, of course, just like AHAs and acids would do, it will break down the buildup, the heavy buildup of dead skin cells on the surface of your skin. So a lot of times we find like our skin looks dull and lackluster. It's sometimes because there's a buildup on the skin and you just need a little bit of exfoliation. The problem is that sometimes people end up over exfoliating, and that could also create an issue. So these types of peels, this is the strongest item that I'm going to be talking about here. These types of peels are, again, for people who probably have tried acids before and they know what they can do or what they can use. And this is not something that you're going to be using all the time. Okay, so first of all, this has glycolic acid, which helps to boost radiance. It also will also break down those dead skin cells. Has lactic acid, which while it also breaks down dead skin cells, it's also a humectant, so it's hydrating to the skin. And then of course the star mandelic acid, which is also anti-acne. It suppresses the activity of tyronase, which is an enzyme that the skin uses to produce melanin, which is what causes our dark spots and so on. So it actually suppresses that, hence it prevents, you know, the buildup or deposit of melanin in the skin. And then this is also stabilized by, actually, I think the same thing that the Ordinary one is stabilized with, and that's the Tasman pepper thing. But the thing about this particular one is, while you will definitely get that tingle, for those of you who've tried the Ordinary's, you know, peeling solution, you do get a tingle on your skin. You will get a tingle with this, but for me, it's not as intense at all. This is way more manageable. I find after a couple of minutes, it does ease off. And like the Ordinary as well, while they recommend that you use this for 8 to 10 minutes, leave it on no longer than that, and then you rinse it. If you think you can't handle that, then just try this for 3 minutes, then 5 minutes, and then build over time. It's a really good way, you know, to get your skin adjusted to it, to get the benefits of that really deep exfoliation, but in a way that's the way that's best for your skin. So I highly recommend, like, if you like the ordinaries, or you probably have been wanting to try one of those but not so sure, this one is a really good option. In fact, I think I like this one more, maybe because of that mandelic acid in there, and has been really good on my skin. I absolutely see a difference. And the thing about it is I actually veered off of using these strong peels for a while, simply because I have been loving my gentle exfoliation and all of that, but this one has gotten me back into it. And I don't use it once a week. You can do once a week. I do it like once every 2 weeks most of the times when my skin is having more buildup of sebum and all of that. But this has been really good. I highly recommend that you check it out. And one of the things I love about this brand is alcohol free, it's essential oil free, it's fragrance free, and all of that. So yes. So like I said, I think I have something for everybody. So if that's going to be too strong, and like I said, for people who are experienced, okay, or you think your skin is a little bit more resilient and you want to get to that level, that one is for you. For those of you who might be now starting out but you want to get an exfoliating mask, remember we're talking about masks here, right? Into your skincare routine. I did do this when I did my jelly mask video, because I went crazy about jelly masks. In fact, I have a couple here, and that is the Loveisderma B12+mandelic acid jelly mask. So this is a small one. I would have showed you guys this. So this is a nice trial size, 70 ml. But remember my big jar. Look at the size of this compared to this. Like, this is going to last me, I don't know, a year, more than a year. But I absolutely love this. This is my big jar. I have this open so long, like I don't want it to fall out, but it's like a pink gel. Let me see. Let's see. Oh yes. It is a gorgeous light pink gel. This also has like such a refreshing scent, but it has B12, and there have been some studies on B12 that show that some of the benefits of it is that it helps to reduce inflammation in the skin, dryness, and is actually really good for acne. So they've coupled that with mandelic acid, which we know is going to refine the texture of the skin. It's also anti-acne. It's going to help balance sebum in the skin, improve your skin tone, and help hyperpigmentation and all that. And like I mentioned in that video, I will also link it down below so you can go and hear all about jelly masks. But with these type of masks, these jelly masks, you need to put on a very thick layer and leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes. Then you take a spatula and then you take off the excess and then you rinse. Now, something I wanted to mention is that I actually I hardly ever just go to the sink and rinse my masks off. I actually use one of those like makeup remover cloths. You know, when the makeup eraser cloth came out, and those microfiber cloths, and was really, really popular. So I have mine like years and haven't had to switch it out really. Because they are so good. The quality is really, really good, and I just wet that in some lukewarm water, and I just take my masks off, and they come off so easily without any tugging, any pulling, or any extra, you know, dragging on my skin. And that's the way I remove my mask. So this one is really, really good, I think, for almost everybody, because it's mandelic acid. You are getting your gentle exfoliation in 20 to 30 minutes. You get a really nice spa experience, and it's also great on some of the most sensitive skins. So I highly recommend that one. If you're on that side, you could definitely try that. But even though I'm oily acne prone, I have seen a difference, and this works amazingly for me, especially coming down to my period time. I find it makes a big, big difference. The next one is, if you are somebody, you probably maybe you already have tried acids, glycolic acid and so on, or maybe you are new and you want to get into glycolic acid, but you probably don't want to try a toner like the Pixie or the Jumiso, or even the Saturday Skin that I mentioned, and all the lovely AHA toners we have on the market. This is an excellent one. So you guys know the Beauty Hacks lip mask. So the same company came out with this one, and it's called the Yuglo Berry Bare Brightening Glycolic Mask. And this little pot here is a powerhouse. So it has in it glycolic acid, which is the main acid in here, but it also has malic acid, and the glycolic acid and the malic acid is in a lovely aloe vera and kaolin clay mask base, and it is so good. So you will feel a little bit of tingling, nothing like the higher percentage peeling solutions and so on. You will feel a little tingling. For me, that lasts just like a couple seconds. For some people, if you're new, it may be a little bit longer. But you put it on, it goes on really, really creamy. This one also smells amazing because it has some fruit extract in it. Oh yeah, I could just smell it. It smells almost like a berry candy. I really, really love this one. And you just put it onto your skin. You leave it on for a few minutes, like 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. And then you rinse as well. This one you could actually use 1 to 2 times weekly, and have been loving recommended it to people who want some help in terms of acid exfoliation, gently, for hyperpigmentation and things like that. But they probably don't necessarily, like I mentioned, probably want to use an acid serum or acid toner. This is a really good way. You could do this and then still go in with your lovely peptides and your other types of ingredients in your nighttime skincare routine. So absolutely loving this one. Next is a mask that probably shouldn't even be in this category. This one should probably be in the brightening category, but it does have some exfoliating properties, so I decided to include it here. And oh my god, this is the Jumiso All Day Vitamin Nourishing and Recharging Wash Off Mask. This is another, guess what, jelly mask. Like, I am down to the edge of this. I could probably get like 2 or 3 uses from this. Oh my god, it smells so good. So what is the exfoliating component of this? It has lemon peel powder, which gently exfoliates the skin, but this is also full of a lot of vitamins and minerals that makes it, you know, that is helpful to building the natural skin barrier, your skin barrier, which is excellent. You don't really hear that so much as a feature of masks, and it's full of good nourishment for the skin. But very high up on the ingredients list of this mask is something called chlorella extract, and that particular extract, studies have shown that it helps to increase the firmness of the skin and the skin tone. It also helps to prevent the breakdown of collagen and also encourage collagen production, which is really good, and help, you know, stimulate cell production. So that's amazing. So I included it in here because it has that lemon peel powder in there, which does really gently exfoliate. I love using this particular one in the morning. It is super refreshing. Really, they call it a revitalizing and rejuvenating mask. You definitely feel alive and you know, awoke after you use this mask. You definitely feel that. But because also it does smell full of citrus, like a lot of the Jumiso products and all that in this particular line. But beside that, it also has the brightening effect because of all those lovely vitamins, vitamin C extracts, and citric acid and all that in here. And this one you can actually also use, you know, 1 to 2 times a week. Like I said, I love using this in my morning skincare routine. But this is a lovely mask. You leave this one, I think, like 10 to 15 minutes on, and then you remove it and you continue with the rest of your skincare routine. It really does make a difference. And the last two is kind of like combination of physical and chemical exfoliants in a mask form. So the first one I don't have here. These two are by Skinfood. Could you believe it? This is my umpteenth tub, I think. It's done, and that is the Skinfood Black Sugar wash off mask. And this one is interesting because I will include like on the screen for you to see what the consistency is like. I have recommended this, I think, like from years ago. It is probably the one physical exfoliant that has remained in my skincare routine, and this has brown sugar, like black, they call it black sugar, granules in it, but it's in a formulation of macadamia seed oil and shea butter. It's really nice. And what I love about it is when you wet your skin and you put it onto your skin, it just melts in a few seconds. Those few seconds are just enough time for you to get whatever physical exfoliation your skin actually needs. That's not going to be damaging, but that's also going to be helpful to your skin. So you could do that and then rinse right off, or you could do that and leave that melted sugar on your skin for 10 to 15 minutes. And brown sugar has natural glycolic acid, so it is going to give you some other type of exfoliation, and it's going to, like, it's also a natural humectant, so it's going to draw moisture to your skin. So you could use it as a scrub, like really quickly, or you could leave it on as a mask, and that's one of the reasons why I love that particular one. The other one is this from Skinfood, and this is the last one. So while the black sugar one, I would definitely recommend normal to oily skin types. That's an excellent one if you want something like a 2-in-1, because you're going to get exfoliation in a mask form, but that one has physical and a little bit of chemical exfoliation. This one, all skin types can use it, but especially normal to dry. And this is the Skinfood Rice Wash Off Mask, and I wonder if I have a little bit, yeah, a little bit in here so that you could kind of see I'm like scraping the bottom of this. I've gone through tubs of this over the years and I still use it. So this particular one, like many of you will know how brightening rice is. So it has the rice granules in there, but it also has rice bran water. So when you put this on, again, as you're massaging it onto your skin, you can have your skin a little damp with this one, and you massage it onto the skin, and you will get some very, very gentle exfoliation. It also smells amazing. Amazing. Very, very mild scent, but really, really nice. And you will get some gentle exfoliation. Then you just leave it on for that 10 to 15 minutes and you rinse. Your skin is going to look bright, refined. It's really lovely. So you get some exfoliation, but you also get some brightening as well with this one. So those have been the exfoliating masks that have been in my skincare routine for the last year. Well, some of these longer than that, but I really just wanted to put all the exfoliating masks into one video. I hope this is helpful. Have you tried any of these? Like, I highly recommend you try. In fact, if you choose any one of these, depending on your skin type or your issues, you're good to go. Whether it's jelly, whether it's the clay-based one that is absolutely not drying at all, super creamy and lovely, I recommend them. I recommend all of these. All of these. You're gonna try them. I see you in the next video. Let's see which next type of mask I'll be talking about. Bye.